Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Pascoe, and this is a fourth chakra or heart chakra yoga practice. The heart chakra is located right here at the heart, and it affects the heart and the lungs and the thymus gland. The Sanskrit word for heart chakra is Anahata, and that means unstruck. And so the heart chakra is at its best, its fullest, when there isn't anything like hurt that has struck that energy. When the energy is struck by hurt or grief, it creates blocks and barriers to the flow of that energy. So the yoga practice that we're going to do today has a lot of movements that release and free that energy so it can flow and heal. And once again, you can experience Anahata, unstruck heart energy. I do not have any props that I'm recommending for this practice today. I am gauging it to be about a level 1.5 with, of course, options that you can take it a little more intense or take it a little bit lighter. We are going to start seated, so go ahead and roll out your yoga mat, take a seat, and we shall begin. Let's start here in a comfortable seated position, and feel free. I said I'm not recommending any props, but if you want a blanket to lift your hips up, we do a couple poses from this position, so feel free to slide a blanket underneath your hips if you like. And then a nice tall spine, shoulders are softened down, giving yourself a moment to connect with your breath. And we'll begin to connect the breath with some movement. So when you take an inhale, let that inhale sweep your arms up, stretching and reaching nice and tall. And as you exhale, release your arms back down. And we'll simply do that 2 more times to start to move prana energy, life force energy. Inhale. And exhale. Pacing the breath around a 5 or 6 second inhale, 5 or 6 second exhale. One more time. And release. And just let your hands rest down along your sides or on your knees. With the next inhale, stretch your spine nice and tall. Let your shoulders slide even farther down from your ears. And as you exhale, bring your chin into your chest, lengthening up through the back of the neck. So a nice stretch through the back of the neck. And then with your inhale, lift the chin up, shoulders stay soft and down, and draw a stretch up the front of the neck, even releasing the jaw at the top here. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So exhale, chin to chest, lifting up through the back of the neck. Inhale, lift the chin, shoulders stay soft and down. And 1 more time, exhale, chin to chest. Just a nice gentle stretch as we're moving through the body. And lift. This time, bring your chin to your chest with your exhale, and let your next inhale take your head a quarter roll to one side. Just gently swing the head to the side, feeling a stretch on the side of the neck. Exhale, returning center, and inhale to the other side. And we'll go back and forth 2 more times. Inhaling. And exhale, return center. And inhale to the other side. Taking this nice gentle warm up for the heart chakra. 1 more time each side. Bringing some love and peace and calm and warmth into your body. Gentle swings. Feeling a light stretch. And then returning back center. Nice tall neutral spine. Maybe a couple rolls for the shoulders. Again, letting anything to help move that energy that could have been from a hurt that's created a block. Now we're going to move into the side body around the lungs. So bring your hands down to your side, to your hips here. With an inhale, bring your arm up and over. Feel that stretch through the ribs, releasing tightness. You can take a deeper breath. Exhale, release. Same for other side. Inhale, stretch up and over, opening the ribs, releasing the muscles around the ribs. And exhale, release. 2 more times each side. Inhaling up and over. And exhale, release. You can feel this stretch through your whole side body into your shoulder and even your arm. 1 more time each side. Inhale up and over. And exhale, release. Inhale up and over. And exhale, release. Returning to a nice tall spine, we're going to move into a twist now. Bringing the right hand over to the left knee, Left hand reaches behind for support. Stretch and center your spine and take that twist, turning your head to gaze over the back shoulder, keeping a lot of space across the chest. We don't want to cave in on the chest. We want to open it, releasing blocks and barriers around the heart chakra, but also warming up the spine, the nervous system. And then unwind back center and we'll set up the other side. So left hand over right knee, right hand's behind for support, taking that tall neutral spine and twist, gazing over your back shoulder, space across the chest, one more breath. And then back to a neutral position. Here, we'll bring the hands in front and start to ease into a forward fold. Just start to walk yourself forward, keeping the tailbone rooted down till you feel a gentle stretch in the low back and the hips. And of course, taking on more if your body chooses that, or less. Always listening to your body's requests. More, less, or completely different, and honor those requests. And then walk your hands to one side, bringing the opposite hand on top. That's going to draw in a little bit more stretch. Again, still managing that for your body. And then walking yourself center and over to the other side, opposite hand on top. Taking a breath here, softening through that exhale. And then walk yourself back center, bringing yourself back to a neutral posture. Hands move behind, fingers point away, shoulders roll back and down with an inhale. Lift the heart, relax the head and neck, reaching out to the top of the head to not crimp the back of the neck. And back to neutral. And now we're going to switch opposite leg in front. The heart chakra is often referred to as the bridge between body and mind. And that's where the breath is. The breath is often referred to the bridge between mind and body. Walk yourself back center. We just cross the legs in the opposite. It feels a little bit different. It's a different sensation, and it'll help with balance, which again is another element of heart chakra, is balance. Walk your hands over to one side, taking on a little bit more stretch. And back center. And over to the other side, opposite hand on top. And then bring yourself back center. Walking your posture back upright. Hands again move behind, fingers point away, shoulders roll back and down. Inhale, lift up through the heart, shoulder blades draw together, stretch out through the top of the head, creating space. And back to neutral. From here, we're coming over into a tabletop position, setting up for cat and cow. Taking an inhale here for cow pose, shoulders back and down, hearts open, tailbone lifts, and exhale for cat. Rounding up, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, and let's flow that 2 more times. This works right around the heart chakra on the front and back sides. And cat. Nice stretch, also lengthening the spine and continuing our warm up, building some warmth. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale for cat. And then pause back center in a neutral position. And we're going to take little C curls. So curl your head towards your hip as you draw your hips forward and then back center. And same for the other side. 2 more times each side. Curl those hips, gain a little more stretch, a little bit more warmth into the hips, the side body, all around that heart chakra. And other side, this small movement. It's a gentle, loving movement. And now we're going to stretch the right leg straight out to the side, resting onto the foot. With an inhale, sweep the right arm up, opening that arm, flexing the wrist, spreading the fingers, trying to get that energy to go all the way to the fingertips. And then with your exhale, you're going to roll close and reach underneath the other arm. You're going to feel a nice stretch on the inside of the leg. We'll do it 2 more times. Inhale, sweep up, open, open from the heart to the fingertips, starting to take bigger releases. And roll close. 1 more. Inhale. Spread all the way to the fingertips. Connecting mind and body, allowing yourself to feel what you're doing while you're doing it. And then the hand goes back to neutral. Extend the right leg behind you, flex the foot, drop the toes to the left, plant them down, and curl around, gazing back at that heel. Now, having the foot straight up and down is going to give you a stretch all the way down into the ankle. And then bring that back into neutral. And let's take a cow and cat center here. Inhale for cow, exhale for cat. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. So here, extending the left leg straight out to the side. When you're ready with an inhale, sweep the left arm up and open. Reach back to whatever your comfort level is, but try to get the stretch into the hand and the fingers. And exhale, roll through. 2 more times. Big inhale, sweep open, take up space. Feel that whole release. Using the breath when working with heart chakra helps that energy actually move. You'll find when you're in a protective mode, you will have short, shallow breaths and you won't let it move. So take those nice deep breaths. And then back hand down, extend the left leg behind you, flex the foot, drop the toes to the right and curl around and look back at that heel. So it's opening the whole side, especially around the hip. And if the foot's straight up and down, you get that nice stretch in the ankle as well. And then back here. Let's take a cow and cat. Exhale, cat. And now we're going to move into 3 low flows. I'm using the low flow throughout the whole thing. If you want to use the regular flow, feel free. That's one way to take it a little bit more intense. Inhale for tabletop. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Stretch and open the heart. Exhale, release. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale to downward facing dog. Now we're going to pause just for a moment here, since this is the first downward facing dog and it could feel like a pretty big stretch for the back of your legs. So maybe take a minute, pedal the heels, shift the hips, move around and release any tension, tightness that you feel in the back of the legs. And then we're going to flow it 2 more times. So inhale, tabletop. Exhale, lower down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, release it. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale for downward facing dog. 1 more time. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, belly down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, release it. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to walk the feet up to the hands, pausing for a moment there in a forward fold. And when you're ready with an inhale, at that inhale, sweep you up, stretch up, reach up, and exhale, release to mountain pose. We're going to start our 2 standing flow sequences. We're having balance elements in both because balance is a part of heart chakra. It balances a lot of energies. Mind and body energy gets balanced through the heart chakra. So it's a lovely addition to this practice. And we're going to start here with tree pose. So bring your left foot up on the inside of your right leg. I guess I should go this way. Left foot up on the inside of the right leg. Nice to have a wall there to help you get into that posture. Hands move heart center with thumb right to the heart space. Shoulders are back and down. Spine is nice and straight. Tailbone slightly tucked. Knees drawing open. Taking a moment to feel this posture. Letting your body struggle with the balance if it's struggling. Every time we're correcting that, we're reinforcing that mind-body pathway to hold us in this balanced space. And then we're going to bring the knee forward and you're going to take a giant step back with that left leg, landing it down in a warrior 1 posture. Bending into the front knee, back outer edge of the foot is anchored down and the arms stretch up here. From here, you're going to draw the arms into cactus arms. So drawing down through the shoulder blades, the back, strengthening the muscles around the heart chakra. Heart's open, trying to keep wrist, elbow, shoulder roughly in the same plane, but using those back muscles, the latissimus dorsi muscles, to draw down, strengthening as the heart lifts, the head lifts, the gaze is forward, strong through the legs, muscles hugging the bones. And then with an inhale, stretch the arms up, releasing that. Exhale, arms release behind your back, interlock the fingers. Inhale, lift up through the heart, draw your shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, hinge into humble warrior. hinging at the hips, letting the head relax down, letting the arms drop over. If you want more release for your chest and shoulders, squeeze your palms towards one another, and do be mindful to draw the shoulders away from the ears. Taking a deep breath. One more. And then with an inhale, we're going to release and sweep back up to a warrior one. From here, hands move to the back of the head. Shoulder blades float to the back side of the body. Tailbone slightly tucked with a nice little stretch to the hip flexor. Bending into that front knee. Strengthening again all around that heart chakra. It's always balanced, releasing, but we want to build that strength, that durability to withstand hurts in our heart chakra. Elbows open. One more breath. And then from here, we're going to release straight out to the side, and you're going to straighten the front leg. Draw the hips back, straightening that leg, hinging forward, coming into a modified pyramid pose. Arms can now move along the sides of your body. We're reaching out through the top of the head as we draw the tailbone back. Foot's nice and flat, base of big toe is anchored down, base of pinky toe is anchored down. Now, you can hinge as much as you like to take the amount of stretch you want in that leg. Nice deep breath. And then with an inhale, we'll come back to the warrior one, and we're going to flow out to the other side. So hands come down here. Step back to downward facing dog. Pause there, centering your posture, and a low flow. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, belly down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale back to downward facing dog. From here, walk the feet back to the hands. And when you're ready with an inhale, sweep up, stretch up, reach up. And exhale, release to mountain pose. Same for the other side. So now, starting in tree again. Anchoring into the left leg, we're going to bring the right knee up. Placing it on the inside leg. Now, if balance is really difficult, like I said, the moving in it actually helps help the neural pathways create the ability to do it, but you can also just drop your toe to the floor. It's still that open hip posture. Or if you're near a wall, feel free to use your friends. Shoulders back and down, spine's nice and straight, hands are towards the heart chakra. And when we're doing balance poses, we want to find a drishti. We'll talk even more about that in the sixth chakra. The drishti is your focus. It's where you look, and you want to lock on to something with a very soft gaze. So one more breath here. And then we're going to bring the knee forward and step back into a warrior one, taking our time to land, to adjust, and then arms come up. From here, draw them into your cactus arms, strengthening that back all around the heart chakra. Arms are moved back, wrists, elbows, shoulders, roughly in the same straight line, and something to work towards. Bending into that front knee, back edge anchored down. I love cues so that you have the option to get the best out of the alignment, especially in these videos where I can't be there to kind of help you adjust in the moment. I want you to be able to hear it so you can adjust yourself. Nice deep breath. And then with an inhale, stretch up. With an exhale, release, interlock your fingers. Draw the shoulders back. Inhale, lift that heart. And exhale, hinge forward, humble warrior. I think this posture just feels so wonderful and releasing. And again, if you want to add more, squeeze your palms towards one another. Shoulders are away from the ears here. Create open spaces, big release. And then with an inhale, sweep back up. Exhale, hands to the back of the head. Inhale, draw the elbows open again. Another strengthener for the upper back. Want to have a strong upper back. You can tell when someone has a disrupted heart chakra, they're caved in the chest. And this is all weak and probably sore. And so strong upper back to help facilitate that embodied feeling of a healthy heart chakra. And then from here, hands release out. Straighten the front leg. Shift the hips back. Hinge at the hips, coming into modified pyramid pose. Arms can move along the sides. You can keep your arms out here if you like. Stretching from the top of the head to the tailbone. You feel that delicious, deeper release to the front leg. One more breath. And then slowly coming back up. And here's where we will flow out. So hands come down. Step back to down dog. Come forward to tabletop. Lower down. Cobra. Release. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet back to your hands. And when you're ready with an inhale, let that inhale sweep you up, stretch up, and release to mountain pose. And we're going to go into our second standing flow series. So I'm coming back this way. So now we're going to plant down on the left. The right leg is going to come up and cross over in a balanced figure 4. So bringing the leg right over like this. And then we're going to sit down. I'm going to go this way to finish the sequence. So sitting into that figure 4, spine's nice and straight, tailbone's reaching down, top of the head is lengthening up, hands again right at that heart chakra. Taking a moment for the balance, letting our mind, body connect with this balance effort. One more breath, shoulders back and down. And then again, we're going to ease out, bringing the knee up and step into a warrior 1. Take your time to plant that foot, making adjustments as needed. And then from here, coming up to a warrior 1, reaching, easing into a warrior 2, arms drop parallel to the floor, bending into that front knee. And then we're going to come into a modified 5-point star. So bring the toes forward and slightly angled out. Arms are at eagle arms, open eagle arms with flexed wrists, spreading those fingers. Just this posture alone, you can typically feel energy releasing. And then drop into a yoga squat. Thighs can come as close to parallel to the floor as feels good to you, but the knee is angled out over that big toe. From here, we're going into eagle arms. Bringing the arms in front of you, wrapping the right arm underneath the left, twisting into eagle arms. If eagle arms is not in your practice, feel free to give yourself a lovely hug right here. Shoulders are back and down, elbows moving in line with the shoulders. Lots of strength through the upper back, lots of stretch through the upper back. One more breath here. And then we're slowly going to bring the legs up. Open those eagle arms. Bring your feet parallel to one another. Release your hands behind your back, interlock fingers. Inhale, open that heart space. And exhale, hinge forward. Relaxing into a forward fold. And again, if you want more, squeeze palms together. Draw the shoulders away from the ears so the neck is nice and free. And then release your arms down. When you're ready with an inhale, let that inhale sweep you up back to 5-pointed star. Turn back to your warrior 2. Back into your warrior 1. And we will flow out. Step back, down dog. With an inhale to tabletop. Nice, gentle, loving, low flow. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release it. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale back to downward facing dog. From here, walk your feet to your hands. Pausing in a standing forward fold. And when you're ready, with an inhale, let that inhale take you up. And release. Okay. Same for the other side. Probably feel a little bit better, like energy is just flowing around that heart space. So now here, we're going to cross the right leg over, sitting into figure 4. Shoulders are back and down, spine's nice and straight. You can sit as deep as you like. This is a lovely hip stretch. Shoulders are back and down, like I said, heart's lifted, tailbone's reaching down as the top of the head's reaching up. Just one more breath here. Just giving ourselves a chance to feel what we're doing while we're doing it and work at it a bit. And then the knee comes up, and we're going to step back into that warrior 1. Planting that foot down. Arms come up into a warrior 1. From here, transition to a warrior 2. Nice and smooth. Good. Taking that warrior 2. And then into that 5-pointed star. Arms just stay nice and flat here with toes pointed slightly out. Flex the wrists into the open arm position. Drop down into a yoga squat. And now your left arm's going to go underneath your right as you come into eagle arms. You might notice there's a difference from side to side, shoulders back and down, elbows in line with the shoulders. This is my tighter side, more blocked energy on this side, I guess. So I'll take some deep breaths, give myself a chance to release that. Nice squeeze. This builds some heat, strength, and stretch. Lots of energy in eagle arms. One more. And then we'll fly those eagle wings. Straighten the legs. Bring the feet parallel to one another. Release your hands behind your back. Inhale, stretch up, draw the shoulder blades together, and exhale, hinge forward. Relaxing the head and neck. You can squeeze palms towards one another. Draw the shoulders away from the ears so the neck is nice and free. And then release the arms down. When you're ready with an inhale, sweep back to five-pointed star. Turn into a warrior two, into a warrior one, and release to flow through. Step back, down dog. Come forward to tabletop. Lower down. Take your cobra. Release it. And then come back to tabletop. Next, we're going into puppy's pose, or it's often referred to as heart melting pose. It is a wonderful heart chakra pose to do at any time, even if you're not doing it in a whole yoga sequence. To set it up, you can start from the tabletop position, and you start to walk your hands a little bit farther forward. That's going to lengthen your spine just to what's comfortable. And then you shift the tailbone back and let the heart melt straight down to the floor. You can relax your forehead down if you like. And you can modify this in any way you need. You can sit back more into child. You can come up even farther, taking a deeper stretch, whatever your body likes. Shoulder blades are floating to the back side of the body. Heart's just softening straight to the floor, releasing. One more breath. And then start to come back up. Bring your hands in a little bit and lower down to your forearms. This is another version of that. We're going to shift the hips back, and we're going to start to bend at the elbow, bringing the hands behind the head, touching fingertips if we can. So elbows are anchored down. We're stretching the spine back. You're going to feel the release all through here, all around the shoulders, the underside of the shoulders, the upper back, that whole system. One more breath. And then release, hands come down. Bring yourself back to a tabletop and over onto your hips. I hope that feels good to you. It is this practice, these moves are just so wonderful. We get so much energy pent up around the heart chakra, the shoulders, the back, the chest. When someone has a block in the heart chakra, they often report that they can't take a deep breath. It just feels like something's sitting on them. The emotional energy just sits there. And this helps release. These are exercises to do to facilitate the healing. Next, we're going to go into a single leg forward fold. So sitting up nice and tall, stretch your right leg out. Hip bones are pointed forward. Left foot's on the inside of that leg. With an inhale, sweep up, stretch up. And with an exhale, reach out over that straight leg. And just take a couple deep breaths here. We're mindfully trying to draw the tailbone back as we stretch the spine forward. And then from here, slowly come back up. We're going to counter pose this, it's an open gate, bringing left hand behind you, right arm stretches out, and with an inhale, lift up and over, lifting up hips and heart. I landed at the wall, but hopefully you can stretch all the way open, and then slowly lower back down. I think I'll adjust for the next one. Bring the left knee up here. Wrap your right arm around that left knee, sitting up nice and tall, hugging that knee in to keep a centered spine. Left hand's behind you, and then take the twist, gazing over the back shoulder. Shoulder blades are softened down, space across the heart open as we take this twist. We don't want to scrunch in on this. We want the energy open and able to move. And then unwind back center. Same for the other side. I'm going to make a little adjustment. Left leg stretches out, right leg folds in. Reach up and out. Again, we're drawing our bodies forward as we're gently trying to pull the tailbone back. That's going to lengthen through this straight leg here. And then we'll take the counter pose, or really the complement pose. Bringing right hand behind you, left arm stretches out with an inhale, reach up and over. And just pause there in that open gate for a moment. Yeah, this is better. I can get the full stretch. The full stretch feels so good in this pose. And then slowly lower back down. Bringing your right knee up. Left arm wraps around that knee and hugs it in. Spine's nice and tall. Other hand's behind to support this nice tall spine. And take the twist, looking over your back shoulder that are far from the ears. Chest is open. Enjoy this nice twist, giving your body a little hug. And then unwind back center. Next, we're going into neck. In each of these videos, I've always given a little extra of kind of what's coming the next week. So of course, fifth chakra is next, throat chakra. So we're doing a little extra neck here in prep for the next video. Shoulders back and down, spine's nice and straight. We want to make sure we're nice and open across here and from here to here to do these exercises. And then when you're ready, let your ear drop over to a shoulder. Take a deep breath, let the head get heavy. Shoulders stay soft and down. We want to keep that nice open spine. We're alert but relaxed. And then on the side that you're stretching, reach those fingertips straight out, making a diagonal line from the shoulder. You'll feel that whole energy just drain through this system. And then flex the wrists, spread the fingers, a gentle press through that palm. Relax the hand here and bring the arm behind you with the back of the hand to the low back. Elbow and shoulder are drawn open. And then take a gentle turn with the head looking down towards your shoulder. You can feel each of those poses just adds a little bit different sensation in this complex system of our neck and shoulder muscles. And then we're going to ease out. So when you're ready, bring your hand back to the knee first, then bring your head and neck up. Give a couple rolls. Send that energy flowing back through. And we'll set up for the other side. So tall spine, and then ear goes the other way. From there, extend the side that you're stretching, reach that arm straight out. It kind of just makes a diagonal line to the floor. Shoulders still soft and down. I'm saying that, I'm cueing that, but also cueing myself for that. And then flex the wrist, spread the fingers, a gentle press through the palm. You can feel that especially down at the end of the system by the wrist and the hand and the forearm. And then relax that hand and bring the arm behind your back with the back of the hand resting in low back. Elbows open, shoulders open, and then just turn and look down towards that shoulder you're tipped towards. You'll feel that just move a little farther back. We all carry tensions in our necks and shoulders, but in a bit of a different way. So hopefully this is hitting the right spot for you in one of these. And then again, we're going to ease out, hand back to the knee, head and neck back up. Couple rolls for the shoulders, send the energy flowing. And we're headed down onto the floor to do our final sequence. So make your way down, taking your time to roll down onto your back with knees bent, feet on the floor. And the first pose we'll do down here is bridge pose. I've said this before, but even if we're focused on a particular chakra, it's not that we ignore any other part. We can't isolate a part of the system. It all influences the whole system. So a little chakra, root chakra, second chakra, third chakra here. Press down into the feet, lift up through the hips, draw your shoulder blades together. Now here's our heart chakra part. And then tuck your chin to your chest, locking that chin down. That's your fifth chakra part. Gazing down towards your belly button, sixth chakra. And being completely present and immersed, seventh chakra. Feel the four corners of the feet, base of big toe, base of pinky, inner and outer edge of the heel, lifting up through the hips, pressing down through the back of the arms. One more breath. And then slowly lower back down. Bringing the arms out to the side, making the T position with your arms. Feet move down out to the outer edges of the mat. We're going into windshield wiper twist. If you've practiced with me now in more of these videos, you know I love this move. So toes tap off the mat and let both knees flop over to one side. It's such a wonderful hip flexor stretch, kind of in those spaces that sometimes are hard to get otherwise. Taking a deep breath, just letting the legs be heavy for a moment, letting gravity do the work of this pose. The work for us is to stay with the breath and allow it to happen. And then knees come back up and let the knees flop over to the other side. Relax, a nice open heart. You can probably feel energy flowing a little bit easier through the arms, the chest, the shoulders. Hopefully we broke up some of those blocks in the heart chakra. And then slowly roll back center, bringing the feet back in line with the hips. And we're going to cross the right leg over the left, going into figure 4. I love to repeat balance postures in a different posture, like a supine posture, laying on your back. That way you can feel different elements of it. Now we get to feel the stretch of it rather than focused on the balance and the strength. So draw those knees in, tailbones gently pressed to the floor. One more breath here. And then we're going to lower the feet down and simply switch right over to the other side. So left leg crosses over, knee drops open. Bring the knees to your chest. Find a grip that holds them there. Taking a deep breath, tailbones gently pressed down. We do that so the pelvis and then low back are nice and neutral there. You'll also feel just even a little bit of emphasis pressing the tailbone down. It's going to give you an even better stretch and release. And then slowly lower both feet down. With an inhale, take a centering stretch with arms up and legs long. With your exhale, relax your arms along your sides and slide the right leg up into a reclining tree pose. Taking a moment again to do the balance poses that we did in a different posture to feel the different elements of that posture. And then we're going to point that right knee up. Take your left hand on that right knee, guide it over to the left side. Let the right arm stretch straight out from the shoulder with palm up and turn and look out at that hand. You'll feel a stretch go across from the heart out to the fingertips again. One last opportunity to release directly around the heart chakra. And then unwind back center. Let's take a centering stretch. Arms up, legs long. Exhale, relax down, and then slide your left knee up. Easing into reclining tree pose. And then slowly point the left knee up. Take that knee, guide it over to the right. Let the left arm stretch straight out from the shoulder with palm up, turning to look out at that hand. This is knee down twist. And then slowly roll back center. One more centering stretch here with arms up and legs long. And then with your exhale, relax your arms down into Shavasana, taking a moment here to feel the energy release and relax and checking in, bringing your awareness to how you physically feel at this moment. And then place your left hand on your heart with your right hand over it. Taking a moment here now to connect deeper, feeling the beat of your heart, feeling the breath move in the lungs. And then adding an extra level to this in your mind, and feel free to close your eyes. Imagine whatever feeling that you deem the most beautiful, whether it's peace or love or kindness or compassion. And using your imagination and or memory, bring that feeling up, what that feels like. That feeling that you deem the most beautiful feeling that a human can have. And as you inhale, Using your imagination and your memory of that feeling, let that feeling move in through every cell. Inhaling in. And as you exhale, let it take anything that is a block to that energy. And let's do this 2 more times. Inhaling that beautiful feeling, letting it fill you up. And exhale, releasing any blocks to that feeling. And then 1 more time. Breathe it in. And release. Now feel free to stay here as long as you like. And this is where I shall end this practice. Thank you for watching this Heart Chakra yoga practice. I hope you found the practice beneficial for you. As always, I also make other videos that have information on the chakras. As you know, if you've watched any of these, I think the chakras are fascinating. I think this is energy worth knowing about you and about your body so that you can intervene on this level and facilitate healing or well-being or whatever feels good to you. So thank you for watching.